Have you ever looked at your arms in the mirror and wondered where your strength went?
You haven't changed much. You're eating. You're walking when you can. But suddenly things feel heavier. Your knees ache. Your balance is off. Your hands? Weaker than you remember. And maybe someone, even a doctor, told you, well, that's just aging. But what if that wasn't the full story? What if muscle loss isn't something we have to accept, but something we can slow down or even reverse? Hi, I'm Dr. Mark. I'm 50 years old, and I've spent the last 25 years helping people over 60 feel strong again from the inside out. And today, I want to talk to you because this video might just explain the quiet reason your strength is fading, even if you're doing everything right. We're going to explore 4 humble, everyday foods, no pills, no magic tricks, and even steadier energy. They're not expensive. They're not exotic. They're likely already in your kitchen, but used the wrong way or not enough. And before we dive in, let me tell you about Linda. She's 66, widowed, used to teach music. But last year she told me she started sitting on the stairs just to catch her breath. I thought it was my heart, she said. I thought I was disappearing. Turns out it wasn't her heart. It was breakfast and a few other quiet mistakes no one had warned her about. We'll come back to Linda later. But first, what about you? Have you ever felt like your body was slipping but didn't know how to stop it? Let's begin. Because by the end of this video, you'll know the real reason muscle vanishes after 60 and the 4 simple foods that can gently bring it back one bite at a time. Ready? Let's walk this path together. You might not think much about eggs. They're just eggs, right? But for your muscles, especially after 60, they're your first line of defense. Let me explain. Each egg holds about 6 grams of high-quality protein. But it's not just the protein. It's the type, complete protein, packed with all 9 essential amino acids. These are the building blocks your body needs to rebuild muscle. And here's the part most people miss. After age 50, your body becomes less efficient at turning protein into muscle. So you actually need more protein, not less. Eggs help fill that gap gently. According to a study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, seniors who included 25 to 30 grams protein per meal, including eggs, maintain more muscle mass and mobility than those who didn't. And here's something you may not know. The yolk, the part most people avoid, is gold for your brain and joints. It contains choline, lutein, and omega-3s, all crucial for memory, inflammation,
And long-term health.
Let me tell you about Howard. He's 72. Retired postman. Used to skip breakfast or just grab toast. His legs got weaker. He thought it was age. Turns out it was habit. We added 2 eggs to his morning. Soft-boiled. Nothing fancy. Within weeks, he told me he could walk longer at the park. Less wobble, less fatigue, not magic, just nutrients. And here's a quick tip if you're watching your heart. Try pasture-raised eggs. They have more omega-3s than better nutrient profiles than factory ones. You don't need to go keto overnight, but you can build a simple keto meal plan for over 50, starting with eggs. They're low carb, high protein, easy to digest. Let me ask you this. Do you usually eat breakfast? If so, what's on your plate? If not, what's stopping you? Your morning choices matter, not just for energy, but for strength, clarity, and even blood pressure. On Health Path, we keep it simple and sustainable. Next, we'll talk about a humble pantry item, often forgotten, but incredibly powerful. Lentils and beans, your plant-powered secret. Let's take a closer look. Most people think of lentils and beans as poor man's food, but I see them as muscle food with a humble heart. Let's break this down. Lentils and beans are packed with plant-based protein. 1 cup of cooked lentils, that gives you around 18 grams of protein. That's more than some eggs, and it comes with fiber, iron, and magnesium. And unlike meat, these foods are naturally low in saturated fat. That makes them great for heart health, especially if you're over 50. They also have low glycemic index, which means they help balance blood sugar and reduce hunger spikes. If you're watching your blood pressure or weight, this could be a quiet game changer. Now you might ask, but Dr. Mark, aren't lentils full of carbs? Good question. They do have carbs, but they're complex carbs, not sugar, not starch bombs, just slow digesting fiber-rich fuel that keeps your gut happy and your mind sharp. In fact, the American Heart Association lists lentils and beans as top choices for people managing hypertension. And they're part of many keto for seniors meal plans, especially those focused on brain and heart function. Let me tell you about Maria. She's 67, retired librarian. After her husband passed, she stopped cooking. Microwave meals became her go-to. She came to me complaining of foggy memory and weak legs. We didn't start with supplements. We started with soup. Lentil soup with herbs and a drizzle of olive oil. That was it. After 3 weeks, she told me her knees hurt less, and she remembered more names at book club. Maria found strength in a spoon, not from pills, but from food. That's the power of daily habits, not fads. And here on Health Path, I'll keep showing you meals that work not just for one day, but for real life. Now let me ask you, have you cooked lentils or beans lately? How do you usually prepare them? Share your favorite recipe in the comments. You might inspire someone else on their journey too. Next, we're adding one more affordable ingredient. Just 2 things, oats and seeds. Together, they're your gentle recovery meal after 60. Let's explore that in Part 4. Part 4, Oats plus Seeds, the gentle muscle reset. You don't always need a protein shake. Sometimes a warm bowl of oats does more. Let me explain. Oats are rich in beta-glucan, a type of fiber that helps lower cholesterol. But that's not all. They're also full of complex carbs, the slow-burning kind, which means steady energy, not sugar crashes. When you combine oats with seeds like chia, flax, or pumpkin, you're giving your muscles what they crave after 60. Magnesium for muscle function, zinc for repair, healthy fats for inflammation, and yes, plant protein to build back strength without weighing down digestion. This combo is gentle but powerful, especially for those following a keto diet for seniors or managing low blood pressure. Here's a quick example. A bowl of warm oats topped with ground flax seeds, sliced almonds, and a few berries. Add cinnamon. Add a spoon of chia soaked overnight. It's soothing, and it fuels your day, brain, body, and heart. Mayo Clinic recommends oats for older adults because they support heart health and help manage weight. And Healthline links seeds to improve cognitive function and reduced inflammation. I had a patient, James, 72, former carpenter, tough guy, but after a mild stroke, he lost confidence in his body. He couldn't climb stairs without holding the rail. We didn't jump into anything fancy, just started his morning with oats and seeds every day. 2 months later, he said, "Doc, I walked the park loop today without stopping." That's what this meal does. It quietly rebuilds you from the inside out. And the best part? It's easy. No blender, no microwave, just a bowl, a spoon, and a few pantry staples. Have you tried oats with seeds lately? What's your go-to mix? Drop it in the comments. Let's share ideas with our Health Path family. Now, we've covered strength, protein, recovery. But here's the real truth. You're not weak. You're just underfed. Let's talk about that in our final part. If you've ever felt slower, weaker, like you're fading little by little, it's not just aging. It might be undernourishment, not under effort. I see this all the time. Strong people, kind people, who believe they've just lost their edge. But what if the real issue isn't willpower? It's that your body hasn't gotten what it truly needs. After 60, your muscle cells become less efficient at using protein. Your body doesn't absorb nutrients like it did in your 30s. So even if you eat enough, you might still be underfed at the cellular level. The American Geriatric Society points out that sarcopenia, that's muscle loss with age, is often linked to low protein intake, not just inactivity. And malnutrition is more common in older adults than most realize, even those who are eating 3 meals a day. Let me tell you about Irene. She's 68. She told me, "Dr. Mark, I get tired doing laundry. I feel frail." But when we looked at her diet, it was light. Toast, coffee, maybe soup for dinner.
No eggs. No beans.
No real protein. We didn't overhaul her life. We just started small. 1 egg in the morning, some lentils for lunch, seeds sprinkled over her oats. 2 weeks later, she said, "I feel steadier, like my legs are mine again." That's not magic. That's muscle memory reawakening because the body finally had the fuel. And it's not just about walking or lifting. It's your independence, your confidence, even your brain health. Mayo Clinic connects good nutrition with reduced risk of depression. Harvard links protein intake with better cognitive aging. So if you've been blaming yourself for feeling off, let's flip that story. You're not weak. You're underfed. And that's something we can change. One bite at a time. Have you noticed a change in energy after tweaking your meals? What food made a difference for you? Share it in the comments. You never know who needs that idea today. And hey, if this video spoke to you, don't miss what's coming next. I'll walk you through a 7-day gentle reset to start feeding your strength again in a way that's simple, calm, and kind, just like you deserve. So let's take a breath together. You've made it all the way here. That already says something powerful. You care. You want to feel stronger, more alive, more you. And today we walk through small changes that can create that shift. We talked about eggs, nature's perfect start. Protein-rich, brain-loving, and heart-safe. Simple, familiar, powerful. Then we moved to lentils and beans. Affordable, humble, but packed with muscle-building fuel. And then the gentle healing of oats and seeds. Slow energy, deep recovery. Kind to your body and blood pressure. These aren't superfoods. They're just real food. For real people, like you. People who've given their all to others and are now learning to give back to themselves.
And maybe for the first time, you're seeing that you were never too old, never too late. Just missing a few missing pieces.
That's what Health Path is all about. Putting those pieces back, one story at a time. And now it's your turn. Tell me in the comments, which of these small changes will you start this week? I read every message. I really do. Because this isn't a channel. It's a path we're walking together. And if you want more videos like this, gentle, real, and backed by science, hit that subscribe button.
Turn on the bell so you don't miss the next step.
I'll also leave the scientific sources for today's video in the description and pinned comment below, so if you want to explore deeper, You're welcome to take that next step too. You're not just surviving. You're rebuilding. Quietly, kindly. One bite, one breath, one choice at a time. And I'm right here with you, always.